Hello, everybody. Separate Toad Productions here, and today we have.
Jane from Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
Yep, and
I got mine too. I like it.
nice. I have the this is the manual, and then I have the game hung up on my wall right there above my bed. Nice. That's the one I have right
Right?
over
But,
there.
but
Yeah,
guess, yeah, I can see that. And guess what else I have? Look at this one. What is
the
that?
original. Wow,
Right?
wow, that's
Is
in
that
really good
crazy?
condition.
I know it is. I'm not selling this one.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, you know what's so funny is I never got this. So 1993, 1994, I never got it. However, one of my friends a couple of years ago said, "Hey, my boyfriend bought this game that you're in. Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "I'll pay for the shipping."
So for
Yeah.
the yeah, so for the viewers that don't know you, who are you?
So, first name is Jeannie Basone. I'm also the character Jane in this 3DO game called Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, and it's crazy. And before I did this, you guys, I also did pro wrestling, and my character is Hollywood in Glow. So I did Glow first, then that was over, and then I was doing a little bit of different auditions here and there, and this guy had come up to me and asked if I wanted to be in this video game. Now, I go, let me see the script first, is what I said. So anyway, so that's kind of who I am. And getting into this, I looked at the script and I'm like, okay, as long as my clothes are on, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. I'll do this. Now, do I follow? Did I follow any of the gaming back then? No. So all I knew is I had a script in front of me and I'm just just doing all these lines real quick. And I was probably, I'd say younger, obviously, than I am right now. And when you're young, your brain is functioning really well. You're getting these lines down. But some of the places we went, and I'll let you go, but I got to tell you, I can tell that I was like the locations manager. I played the character Jane in it. I helped get some of the characters together as well. I mean, really, it was Michael with his camera.
Yeah,
And if you think about what type of cameras you had in 1994 or three, is this 1994? I forget.
I think
Tell me.
393.
Yeah, 93. Okay, so we don't have these, all this
Yeah.
special equipment, and it was just a single camera and maybe a little video camera. Do this, do that, go over here, run over here. And people must have thought we were crazy, but then again, we shot in Los Angeles, and you can shoot anywhere in LA. We didn't even have permits. So if anyone's familiar with Ed Wood, which I had Johnny Depp, they redid that movie with Johnny Depp, so I had to watch who Ed Wood was. And he did the same thing. He did guerrilla type of shooting as well. And,
Yeah.
hurry up, get it done. We don't have a permit. Boom. And it was just like that. We
Yeah.
were just get in the car quick, let's go.
So now that it's been 30 plus years since Plumbers Don't Wear Ties came out, how do you
Right.
feel about it?
Mm. I just took a bite of an orange, you guys. I apologize.
It's okay.
Rude of me. Rude of Jane to do that. Um, I love it because about maybe 3 years ago, Limited Run Games had gotten a hold of me and they said, "Hey, we bought the rights to Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. We found Michael, and we got the rights. So in a little bit, they said, we'd like to have you come down, and we are going to, if it's okay with you, we're going to shoot a new beginning, and then I'd like you to do talking and doing commentary through the whole thing." I said that would be cool. So 2 years go by, and then they called. I went down. I think their offices are North Carolina,
Yeah.
out of Charlotte. Yeah, right. And I went down there, and I was introduced to everybody. And they've got this huge warehouse. Limited Run is not this little tiny company. You should see the warehouse. It was huge, just like going into Costco, right?
Wow, wow.
Everyone's Yeah, right. And all the games are in there. People are packaging and and so I met everybody. The next day we shot everything. So for me, you do a job and sometimes you don't know what happens after you do a job and you leave. You just forget about it. And then you get little tiny Easter eggs or these little surprises that come back to you. And this is one of them that I think is so cool. It's super cool. I thought it was kind of interesting how Limited Run they made this cartoon character.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm like, well, this almost looks like, would you even understand it, looking at it because there's no cartoons in it. I mean, it's
yeah,
this crap right here.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and I'm looking at my hair, you sweetheart. I'm looking at some of these shots. I guess when you're young, you just go. We're doing our own hair makeup. The old guy that plays my sleazy boss, that was a friend of mine. I thought, oh, he's gonna be perfect for this part. So for me to act with him, it wasn't like we didn't know each other. We knew each other and worked on some other projects together. I'm like, Paul Boker will be perfect for this. He'll play the perfect sleazy, uh, boss. So yeah, and then doing. They also said you'll also do some conventions, and man, I'd never been to. The first one was PAX East, which was in Boston. I've done conventions because I've done all the wrestling conventions, and I've done LA Comic Con and Rhode Island Comic Con and all those different ones. But when I got to Boston and I saw how huge PAX East was, I was amazed, blown away.
yeah,
Then I got to go up to San Diego Comic Con last year, which was great. I usually when I'm working in a booth, I'm signing. I'll be there most of the day. It depends who I'm working for. With them, they had us for maybe 2 hours, and that's it. You're going to sign now, and you're late. I go, that's it. We're in and out. I mean, it was very cool, but if you only got that little window, you don't get to see everybody. And so we did San Diego Comic Con, and then I went up to Seattle to do PAX West, just as busy. And man, I've just been, regardless if this, you guys think the game sucks or you don't know anything about it, you've got to go to YouTube and you've got to check out the Angry Video Nerd, okay? And that is where first, you guys, I heard about plumbers don't wear ties. All right, I was getting all these emails in the 90s. I'm like, who are these people? I go, where are they? They're like, you're Jane. You were in Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. We're talking about people all over the world in
yeah,
Amsterdam, right? And they're like, you have a fan club here. I go, what? What are you talking about? And so a lot of people either hate it or they love it or they scratch their heads and they just are like, what is going on here? How does this game even work?
yeah,
Right. Right? Everybody did that. And so I take the good with the bad. It's all good. It's positive for me. And, you know, I wish too that we could have, I think they did find my Jane's boyfriend. Um, what was his name again? The plumber.
I just
I
know
can't,
him as the plumber. I don't remember.
yeah, the plumber. Right. He did not have a name, did he?
I think he did, but I don't remember it.
I don't either. Now I got to rewatch this. Well, see, I haven't even opened this one yet.
Yeah,
But anyway, they found him, but I guess he didn't want to, do the commentary. And the cool thing about doing the commentary to rewatch the game again for the first
yeah,
time. Oh my God. And I'm like laughing. And especially if we're going through Chinatown in LA. I'm born and raised I'm in Nashville right now, but I'm born and raised in California. So I know that I picked all of those locations. Chinatown I thought would be perfect. Now, what girl runs around in her bra, right? Really runs around in the bra, high heels, and a short skirt. You know,
yeah. It's just
it
so
was, I'm telling
ridiculous.
you, it is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like I said, but when you're young and you're getting paid to do your job, you're like, cool. this is great. Whatever. You're kind of up for anything pretty much. And no cops. We went to the observatory. I have to tell you, when we went to the observatory, I'm a space nerd. So when I was going, I'm like, let's go up to the observatory. So we're up there doing stuff there. And then we were in downtown LA. Oh, and then trains. I love trains. So we went to this place called Travel Town. And it's actually like old trains that are there and set up there. Little kids have birthday parties in the trains.
Yeah.
And there's one shot that I see, and it's a cool shot. I love the shot that he took. We look this small as we're running past the train, and the train is, I don't know if you've seen that shot, but
Yeah, I have.
somebody is like, want that photo. I want that. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. So we did those all on a whim. It was just like boom, boom, boom. And I think that we worked Sundays. And then the office building as well. Michael worked, I believe, in that office building, which was in Glendale, California.
Yeah.
See, now the reason I know all these again, because I got to rewatch it and go through it again, and just, I had a good laugh. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
So what was your
And my,
oh,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
so what was your favorite scene in Plumbers Don't Wear Ties to like film?
Mm. I liked going through the streets of LA
Yeah.
because when you're outdoors in the sunshine, that's always good. So pretty much all the places we went were great. When we were inside the studio, when I first come out with that first the dialogue in the beginning, that was the hardest part because there were so many lines and I wanted to get it right. Which when I'm watching it, I did get it right. Today, I'd be like flubbing all the lines,
Yeah.
But then I was just going, going, going. That was the hardest part, um, memorizing the lines, but it was also fun as well. And, being it, people were like, you're dressed like this. Then the next minute, you're dressed like you're some dominatrix chick, and I just did whatever Michael said. We're going to do this. Remember, in the game, you have to go, does she do this or does she do that? So
Yeah, you get to like make the decisions. It's kind of like a
you
choose
make the
your own
decision on
adventure
what. So
book.
that is
Yeah.
why I'm wearing that outfit. They're like, what is she doing? You
Yeah.
have to look at the game to understand it, if that's the right word.
Yeah.
Understanding it, I don't know. But the angry video nerd. Wow, when I first went to YouTube in the 90s, I'm like, who are all these people that are liking it, giving it a thumbs up or not? And I was like, this is a lot of people. And I think now, I'm not sure, but I think there's like 9 million likes on
Almost
that.
10 million now.
Is it?
Almost. Yeah.
See, it's all crazy.
Yeah.
And that's one cool thing about limited run. Good thing you go and look at what games, even though they may suck, you go and see what are people liking, and then you
Yeah.
remake it, yeah,
Yeah,
and then
they'll
you just go and put it on PS5, and what's the other one,
this
PS5 and
the Switch.
oh, Switch. Yeah, Switch.
Yeah, they're
I'm
all
telling you,
yeah.
games have changed so much. Switch, you guys, this little box with that tiny little,
Yeah.
you know, wow, that's way different than this,
Yeah.
from a CD-ROM type of thing.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, this. Let me see. Wow. There it
Wow.
is. I know. It's big. It's as big as a bagel, I guess.
Yeah.
Never said that before, but that's funny. Yeah, crazy. Crazy.
So, besides Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, what is your favorite video game of all time?
Oh, now see, you're going to ask me that. Well, see, I grew up, I'm old, man. The only
Yeah.
thing I remember is Atari. What were the things coming down? Ding, ding.
Space Invaders.
That's it. I like space.
Yeah.
That's really slow. Okay. But that's what I grew up on first.
Yeah.
So that, and I didn't know these games.
Yeah.
Perhaps if I knew, and when this game was coming out, I was crazy. Glow was finished. I was off the road. I was just being, a 30-year-old wanting to go out and
Yeah.
hang out with her friends, have a boyfriend, not have this curfew that I had with Glow because they kept us on a short leash over there. So I just wanted to play around. So mine was music. I was always out at clubs listening to my friends' bands play. It was always live music. But I am grateful, really grateful for Michael first for doing
Yeah.
this, and then having limited run come back and say let's do this. And the funny thing is when I'm signing the autographs for Plumbers, people will come up for autographs and they're young. They're your age. They're young kids. And I'm like, okay, you weren't even born. I said, when this came out, I know, but it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, that's neat to me when you see younger kids coming up with their copies or buying their copies. It's I sometimes have to pinch myself sometimes and go, wow, you did that and you did this and you went over here. And yeah, my life is pretty awesome at times, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I get coming on and saying, "Hey, can I interview you about plumbers?" I'm like, "Oh, it's plumbers, not wrestling. This is even better because I talk so much about Glow that when somebody asks me about plumbers, I think that's it's different and it's something else to talk about.
Yeah.
Um, Something different. Yeah.
So, what would you say is your favorite movie of all time?
Oh boy, that's a tough one. Hey, kitty, stop doing that. My cat's in the background. I apologize. All right. I have lots of movies. Kitty, no, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
She, she, we do not, she's stuck. Can I just grab her for a
Yeah, it's
second?
okay.
I'm sorry. Kitty, no, 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 no. Look, this is Zoe. No, we don't do that. I'm sorry. All right. So, favorite movies. God, I have lots of them. One being Bonnie and Clyde. Um, I like a lot of violent type of movies.
Yeah.
Um, I really like The Living Dead, so that's a old black and white Night of the
Yeah.
Living Dead. So freaking great. Um, I'm missing a whole bunch. Tell me some of yours. I'm going to go over this really quick because it's
Mm.
in my book. Tell me,
Yeah.
what do you like? What do you like? What are
Well,
your
my
favorite movies?
my favorite movie of all time is Scott Pilgrim versus the World from
Ah,
2010.
of course, I see now. I have
Yeah,
to see
I have a
that.
lot of the merch everywhere. And Limited
Yeah.
Run actually did the video game for that as well.
Oh, see, now
So
that's cool.
yeah, yeah.
I love that. Have you met anybody over there?
From Limited Run, I was gonna do an interview with one guy, but
Right?
he got busy, and then I was gonna do an interview with a composer who worked at Limited Run, which is still we're still gonna do that, but I don't know when.
Oh,
Um,
that would be cool. They have to do that. That would be
Definitely.
good. Yep. Okay, so another one though, I had worked on one of the first Keanu Reeves movies, Bill and Ted.
Hmm.
Bill and Ted. Now, have you ever seen it?
I have not, but I've heard of it.
Okay. So Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or whatever the hell it is, that's pretty funny. And I was the band was playing at Magic Mountain Park, and I went with my girlfriend. So we were sitting in the audience, and Keanu Reeves, she wanted to meet Keanu Reeves. Of course, everybody wanted to meet Keanu. I don't know him. She doesn't know him, but we saw him, and we went up to Keanu, and we said, "Hey," I just said, "Hey, my friend wants to meet you." I introduced them, and they became really good friends. So, yeah, movies are great, you
Yeah.
know. I love, but I also like to watch as I've gotten older. TCM Turner Classic, which has all the classics on there. Rosemary's Baby, and then see, I like a lot of different stuff. Even westerns are kind of cool. I kind of
Yeah.
wish too. Here's a good question, both of us. What time period would you want to go back to a different time?
I think I would like to do like maybe early 2000s or late 90s because I want to see if I can
Right?
still do the interview stuff I do now then. I wonder if it'd still be possible to get in
Uh,
contact with so many cool people.
right, right. I like that. So for me, because when were you born? What?
I
Not
was
what? Two,
uh, late like 2000 late 2000s.
oh my gosh. I love that. Late 2000. So for me, I would go back to the 80s because, wow, what a time to be alive. There's a lot going on in the 80s. Music is badass. Glow. Of course, the 90s, the plumbers don't wear ties, just things.
Yeah.
I want to say you got away with a lot. I don't know if
Yeah.
that makes sense. And then we didn't have these cell phones, right? We didn't have any of these. And so I don't know, but we went to payphones all the time. So I'm sure your
Yeah.
folks, would tell you, for me to make a phone call to a boyfriend, I'm like, well, I want privacy. So I would go to the mall, pick up, put some money in the phone and sit there at the mall all day. And,
Yeah. And
because we did not have this, darling.
yeah, cuz and another thing too is I feel like back then when it comes to like video games and movies and all that stuff, you'd
Mhm.
appreciate the stuff back then way more cuz one it costed more back then to
Mhm.
an extent, and two you had it all physically. It's not like digital or streaming. So you actually
Right.
always held that product in your hand and you were always like yeah, or you went to like the theater to go see a movie and some people don't
Oh,
even go to the
yeah.
theater anymore. Or like
Yeah.
yeah.
I did. I had to go see Led Zeppelin. I mean, so I go back. I had to go see the beginning. It's called The Beginning of Zeppelin. I went and saw it twice. A lot of people don't go anymore, but it's
Yeah.
still fun. It's still fun to go. I'm going to go tomorrow. I want to see The Accountant, and I don't go all the time either. It took me a friend to say, "Hey, let's go to the movies." Okay, so then I got one of these passes, and I don't even use. It's 19.99, and you can use it once a month. But no, you can use it more than that. It's 19.99 at AMC, and you can go to 3 movies a week. Three. We
Wow.
used to try to we used to try to sneak into the movies. Okay, we'd go pay for one, and then what time's the other one? So those are like the things
Yeah.
that my generation did, and we got away with all of that.
Yeah. So, kind of on topic, I guess. What is your
Yeah.
favorite pizza topping?
Oh, yum! I love pizza. You know what? I know it's not healthy for me, but everyone loves pepperoni. How about you? What do you like?
Guess.
Pepperoni?
Ham, pineapple,
Sausage.
and bacon.
No, come on, you can't put pineapple on pizza.
I love pineapple on
I
pizza.
know you do. I'm Italian. I don't want any. We argue of this all the time. We don't want pineapple on there. I like even the meat lovers pizza is really good. Yum. Like I said, I know it's not good for me, but I will never say no to pizza.
Yeah.
No,
So, sort of
no way.
on topic with the health of the
Yeah,
unhealthy questions. What's your favorite soda?
Coke,
I'm not a big
Coca
fan
Cola.
of like cola. Colas don't
I'm not
really.
either, but you're asking me if I
Yeah.
have my choice. I'll take
Yeah.
Coke. Now, I don't drink Coke all the time. Do you have a Costco where you live?
No. We have Sam's
No.
Club.
We have Sam's Club too, but I have to tell you, if you ever move somewhere where there's a Costco, they have this foot long hot dog
Yeah, the big hot one.
for $1.50. You get a hot dog and a Coke, but it's not Coke because they have freaking Pepsi products, and I don't. So I always end up
Yeah.
going for the Mountain Dew.
I love
I'm like,
Mountain Dew.
yeah, right.
Yeah, Code Red. The red
Yeah,
one. Yeah, that one's my
yeah,
favorite.
yeah. So I usually get that, and man, so yeah, for $1.50, where do you get a hot dog and something to drink for $1.50?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I love that. So yeah, I would say Coca-Cola for sure. And I
definitely
would know
agree.
the difference if you gave me a taste test. If you said drink this one and this one, I'd know definitely which one is Pepsi. It's sweeter, and Coke has that. It's like more of a crisper, like
Yeah.
wake me up type of thing. You know what I mean?
So,
Yeah.
if you could play any role in like any fictional character ever, who would it be?
Mm. Who would I like? Mm, you go first. Let me hear yours.
I'm not sure who I could pull off. Um, well, I'm trying to think because I haven't done much
Hey,
acting or
so
voice.
what? What's on the top of your head?
I I think maybe I think maybe if they did a remake of the game Banjo Kazooie, which came out on the Nintendo 64, if they remade that and did full voice acting, which I don't think they should because all the characters speak in like garbled up noises in that
Oh,
game,
cool.
and I
That's
really
cool.
like that. And I
Oh,
think
that's
doing those
cool.
those noises would be a ton of fun.
And what's the name of that game again? Tell me again.
Banjo Kazooie,
I love it. Banjo Kazooie. All right. I guess I would play Jane again. Why not?
good pick,
I'll
good
be
pick.
Jane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to be her again. Yes.
So, what is one piece of advice you would give your younger self if you could?
Uh, I know it's lame because you're like, oh, that's what your parents say. Saving. Try to do better with money. I would say that to young kids. Save, save, save. Um, of course, we all want to go out and spend whatever we get, but we need to save. And I could say be kind to people, don't bully people, but I was always like that anyway. I never did that. I knew, because kids are so mean, and they
Yeah,
did that to me when I was a little kid. When I was like in seventh grade, eighth grade, there was a popular boy that liked me, and he was good looking, and I'm like, he liked me, and everybody else, like girls, were making fun of me. Dream on, he doesn't like you, blah, blah, blah. Well, him and I dated eighth grade, ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then I was like, I'm done. Goodbye. I moved on. But yeah, be nice to people. You never know what someone's going through. But save
yeah.
that money as well. Yeah.
So, if, if you could give one piece of advice to the viewers or people who want to, I guess, like get into your position and do acting and that kind of
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
what advice would you give them?
Give 110% because, like you doing your podcast,
Yeah,
always give 110 and keep going and keep going. Don't let anybody tell you no, because as far as getting into the acting, my parents, I'd always say I'd like to act. And my parents, they never said yes and they never said no. Well, I never got to do anything but if you have a passion for something, go for it.
for
And
sure.
don't go half-ass. Give it 110, and I promise you something will stick.
Yeah, because that
Don't give
what
up,
yeah
right? Don't
yeah
give up.
because that's how I started with this. Is I just reached out to those people and
Mhm.
I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared of them. I didn't treat them
No,
like they were like amazing.
no.
I didn't treat them like they
They're
were
the same as
gods.
you. You know
They're
why?
the
Because they're
we're all
exactly the
people.
same as you. Yes.
We're all. I think I don't remember who said this. If I could remember who it was, one of my past guests said this. Um, but she said that there's no reason to be scared of like I guess like famous people or actors and actresses and all that
Uh-huh.
because they're
Right.
just people that have a really cool job.
That's right.
Yeah,
And you can have the same job if you want.
if you try hard enough.
If you try hard enough, if that's what you want to do, see, for me, I was always nervous. The lines made me a little nervous. So continue to work, 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 and practice. You know what? If you want to act and you're trying to do your lines, you know what I mean? Look in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and practice doing the lines to yourself. No one told me these things, okay, when I was how old are you?
I am 15.
You have so much. Oh, good for you. See, you're way ahead of the game already. You really are. I wish somebody would have told me that. So I'm telling you and our listeners, save money. Never give up. Never have somebody tell you that you can't do anything because you can. You put your mind to it, you can do it. And you know what? We all want to listen to other people. Don't listen to them. Do
Yeah.
what's in here. do what's in your heart,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Yeah. That's very cool. Yeah. 15 is so good. So what is that? Eighth grade?
Ninth.
Ninth. That's right. Ninth. Right. I got in a lot of trouble in ninth grade. No, I'm just kidding. Don't get in trouble.
I don't.
No, I'm sure I'm sure you're smarter. Kids today, I think, they're smarter. You guys have all these to look at all the time. We didn't, so we were out playing a lot outdoors. That's kind of a different thing too.
Yeah.
My nephews are 21 and 23. They're very smart though. They go to school and sometimes they want to play on their gamer people too, let me tell you. At least when they were younger. They're in college now, so that's one thing I didn't go to. So go to school too, man. I always say always have plan B. That's a whole nother thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to go to school if you can. I mean, your folks might say they want you to go. Mine didn't. I didn't want to go, to
Yeah.
be honest. My sisters did, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not ready. You have to be ready to go to school.
Yeah.
So plan B is really important. You have your plan A, but plan B is important because you've got to fall back on something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think that's it for the interview, but is there anywhere where the viewers can support you or what, like,
Sure.
yeah, like what kind, yeah.
Yeah, everybody. First of all, so I introduced myself, Jeannie Basone. I was also the character in Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, and I played the character Hollywood in the TV show in the 80s called Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. So if you're an Instagram person, you can find me at official Glow Hollywood. If you're X, it's Glow Hollywood. If you do the old Facebook thing for the older people, it's my name, but it's Basone, Jeannie Marie. And you guys, I have a brand new book out called Hooray for Hollywood. The true story of the original Glow Girl. It just came out. It's been out for 4 months. And I'm super stoked about it because Plumbers is also in here too. I talk about Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. So if you're a fan of wrestling, myself, the things that I did after. This is a great book. It's classy. It is not a trashy book in any way. And it talks a lot about my career. So if you're interested, I have that at Etsy and then Amazon. Everything's at Amazon, right?
Yeah. Everyone
Yes.
watching, I'll have that linked in the description, Amazon,
Uh,
Etsy and
you're
stuff. So,
you're awesome, honey. Thank you.
you too.
That was fun.